Hello everybody, this is our hydro dipping demonstration. So I want to go over a few products that you'll have to get out first. The very first thing is you need to have something that you want to dip. Now you are gonna be doing about 2 or 3 different objects, probably more like 3. So you have to kind of figure out what it is. So I have this horn I'm going to kind of be testing. I have this pair of child sunglasses that I'm going to kind of test out. And then I also have this doorknob. So these are the 3 things that I chose. When you decide it, it does have to be a smaller object. You're not going to do like a hubcap, you know, or something like that, because the film that we get, unless you buy your own film, I guess it'd be fine, is something kind of an issue. Plus, you're going to need to have a container that is going to be wide enough and deep enough for you to put it in. So we have a couple containers to choose from. So it's a matter of kind of getting prepped for that and just double checking with me is like, will this work? In terms of materials, we're still pretty new on this project, so I'm not sure if metal is better than wood, is better than plastic, is better than like leather or fabric. So as we keep going along on this, I'll probably end up redoing this and just say that, you know, metal works really good, you know, fabric does not, you know, kind of thing. So if somebody wants to try to hydro dip their shoe, you know, or their crock, you know, we can kind of test that out and just kind of see where it goes. A couple products is, first off, there is a paint. This is metallic graphite. It says One Hit Wonder, it's the brand. I am going to kind of test out, you know, the paints that we use in sculpture, just regular spray paint, to see if those work. So you might want to ask me later on and try that out. I did try that on this one, so I will find out here in a little bit if it works or not. So we'll need the base spray. And it's like, well, what's that for? Well, the film that we have, if you can see through it, of which a lot of these do have that kind of an element on there, you need a base coat of a color, you know, unless you really like the color that's already on there. A lot of times, you know, if you spray painted this red, you know, it would have, the base coat would be red, and then you would see whatever, you know, graphic, you know, that's on your film, you know, you'd see that on top of it. So you need to be able to spray that down. So find your object, you know, do 2 or 3 coats. This one, you really need to shake it up. It's a real high quality brand, and it's only for this project. So over time, you know, if the cheaper spray paint that we normally have, if that doesn't work, I'll start getting like 3 or 4 of these in, so at least you'll have like maybe like, you know, 10 or 15 colors hopefully by the time that we have that going. The second thing is that you'll need is the film activator. It's written right there. It's ink drink, hydrographic film activator. Once you have your film in the water, you have it taped and you cut it around the sides every about an inch. You activate the film, and within, you know, like 10-15 seconds, you gotta dip your project into there. Okay, so you need to have that ready to go. First time we did that, we waited like a minute, and what the film activator does is I think it disintegrates the adhesive quality that keeps a film together, because it'll start expanding and eventually it'll just break the entire thing apart. So it needs to deactivate that adhesive, or deactivate something, so then it only exposes the adhesive, and then you can dip it and it sticks really well. Okay. And lastly, you need your film. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we have at least 10 different kinds of film to choose from. Check inside the tubes themselves. Sometimes I'll have a smaller one, like I'm gonna pull this green one out right here. So these are green flames. And when I look through there, I can see in the whitest area that's there is clear, you know, so it'll look more like a gray silver, you know, with this one. But if you had like a red coat, you know, base, you'd have that in place. And within that was this blue one. Kind of open that up a little bit. And these are blue flames. You can get online from the video that I showed you, and you can buy your own film. Film's not terribly expensive, and you do get quite a bit when you order it. And we otherwise just kind of work with what we got, you know. But if you decide to buy your own film and you donate it to us, you know, I'll let you use our other stuff that you don't have, and then you can hydro dip a number of objects yourself if you kind of donate, you know, if you enjoy this kind of a process. So that's all you need. I'm gonna get set up for the next part of the demonstration and show you how to do this project. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna start this demonstration on how to get your film ready. There is a really nice the instruction kit right here for you to kind of look for. And I do keep everything in this box right now, and I keep it in the kiln room if you're looking for it. So I have this. The only thing on this that it doesn't talk about is you got to cut the tape. And so this is pretty accurate except for that one part. So I'm going to take the tape here. And you got to cut your film to where, to where you want to use it. So this is kind of rolled up a little bit. I'm going to just tape this first side down over here. And I'm going to kind of decide, I'm going to do this one first. So I have just a doorknob to practice on. Your first one probably will not turn out very well. So find an object that, like, that's okay if this one doesn't work. So you can ask me, maybe I have a container or something that you can use for that. So I'm gonna use this one. I already went ahead and spray painted it. If this is one I was really concerned about, I would spray paint it again because I did a good job around the top part here, but I can see a lot of the brass on this side, so I would definitely do this again. And you gotta wait a day for this to dry. So you gotta bring your stuff in, spray paint it, you gotta wait, come in the next day, and then you got this. So I will be dropping this down inside of here, and I need to make sure that I have enough film, that will wrap around this. And I think I'll be a little short, but it's just a demonstration, but I think this will be fine. So you wanna make sure that whatever you have, you definitely have enough that when you stick it in there, you have enough to cover the entire thing. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna take this tape here, put this in the middle here like I'm gonna use that. And put tape on this side. Now, right now it doesn't matter so much of which side that you are taping. Let me cut this excess off. It does matter which side goes in the water. And I'll get into that in just a little bit. So I need to tape the rest of this up. The point of the taping is for this to lay down flat in the water. As you can kind of see, it curls up just because it was in a roll. Professional videos that I've kind of watched, they have tanks, like water tanks that are dedicated to this, and you can adjust the sides of them, which are kind of cool. And then it's not such a big deal. So I'm gonna peel this up. Any extra tape, I'm just gonna kind of throw around the sides here. I do wanna trim the rest of this off, so I don't have any film on the outside, just to keep my container clean. So don't have any film off to the side, please. Oops. Okay. So you have an area, you're gonna dip that right inside of there. Now in terms of which side goes into the water and which side stays up, is the sticky side goes into the water. The way that you figure out what the sticky side is, so I just kind of lick my fingers and I'm just kind of pinching this back and forth like this, and this glossy side is the side that's the sticky side. So I'm gonna set it down like this into the water, and then my object's gonna go right on top of this, okay, after I use the activator. Because this is what you're gonna see, so you wanna make sure that, this in essence, goes through that, so you see this nice side, not this side right here. This side right here is gonna have the stuff that's gonna adhere, to this part here. So I'm gonna get set up over by the water area, and we will show you the next step. Okay, so I'm almost all ready. I have my film all taped. The next thing you need to do is you need to take a pair of scissors, and you need to slice into your tape and just a little beyond it, like every inch or 2 inches or so. What this does is it allows this film to expand. So you don't have any major issues with, because it has to be able to kind of grow around it. Got to be a little careful because you don't want to rip the film. I do go in the film just a tad bit. Okay, so that's all ready. Second thing is you have to have a way for this to dry. So I have this hook that I made up, and we can try to come up with something else if yours doesn't work, like we can put a screw in it. Right now, this is gonna kind of slide into here, so it'll hook up, you know, something like that. And then I have a chain right here, so I can show you. So I have something like this, okay? And this chain is gonna get hooked onto a bracket that I have over by the door between the outside, or the, I can talk this morning, between the 2D lab and the 3D lab. So I just want to make sure I'm ready for that next step. So I'm going to set that stuff over here. If I was really concerned, I did not want to touch this area at all. I would have to come up probably with a better system. I mean, I have a couple screws in here. I could easily put a screw in and kind of tie something to that and make that work. It's just you want to do your best job with this. So this next part is going to be a little quick, so I want to make sure I'm all ready for it. I'm going to grab the activator, get this all primed, get this shook up really well. Next is you're going to lay this down. You're going to do your best job not to trap any air bubbles on it. So again, my sticky side is down, which is my glossy side on this film, and most films are like that. And then I want to wait about 60 seconds for this to soften up, and then I'm going to use the activator, wait for about 20 seconds, and then do that. So again, 60, once I put it in there, wait for about a minute. It'll soften this up, put the activator on, wait for about 15 to 20 seconds, and then we can hydro dip. Do notice I have gloves on because this film will be on my gloves when I'm all done with it. So here we go. I'm going to set this in. And I can kind of work out any air bubbles that I see. Letting this soften up. Which I do not have a working clock in here. So I just have to kind of guess. A big thing is, like, you don't want water going over top of it. I know when we tried a couple other things that was a little bit of an issue. Okay, I'm gonna spend about 60 seconds. I'm gonna turn the vent on in this room. Okay, let's say about 6 to 8 inches away. Wait for about 15 to 20 seconds. And again, that's just taking time for it to activate. Okay. And by looking at it, I can feel like it's really, disintegrating. Whatever that layer was, it's starting to wrinkle. So I'm going to stick this inside. Stick your hand in and shake it real good. Pull this one back up again. And then I gotta let it dry. So if I was to do this one again, I'd want to kind of go a little bit slower because I didn't get the inside here, because this one is a little more complicated because of the way it kind of bent around a little bit. If you see that, you stick that in, shake that really good. you're pretty good with it. So I'm gonna go hang this up and we're gonna try another one. Okay, I have my activator I have my film all taped up. I have my phone right here set for a timer, so I'm gonna kind of put that in and then activate it with some gloves on. Also wear some sort of a mask. I have a couple you can use if you're not already wearing one, just because you have some fumes that'll pop up from the activator. Okay, and on this one, I'm going to try to dip this horn. I'm a little concerned that I might not be able to get it submerged all the way, but it is what it is. I'm just going to try it. I'm just trying a couple things out and see how it works. Okay, I'm going to set this in. Again, the sticky side is down, which is the glossy side. And my timer, because that should be in the water for a good 60 seconds. Just trying to push down the corners that are curled up a little bit. Don't see any air pockets in there. Again, don't get any water on the top of here. I had a little bit of a drip, so it's kind of wrinkled there, so that wouldn't necessarily be a good spot. But just don't get any water on the top of that. Got about 25 more seconds left. Sure the activator's all set. Remember, after this gets on, you wait about 20 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds. Stop that, I'm going to shoot the activator on. About 12 inches off. It's all done. Wait about 28 seconds on this one. It's getting kind of wrinkly. So I'm going to set it in now. I know this part isn't going to because I'm touching it. Shake it to get all the stuff off. I'm going to take it to the other sink and rinse it so it's no longer slimy. Okay, so I rinsed all the excess off of it. I feel like this one was a little more successful. This did not, two things. One, this did not get sprayed. Because I was just kind of doing that with a little bit of a rush. This side did, but I wasn't able to kind of get in there enough to kind of get a full wraparound on that. There are a couple wrinkles in here, but I think that's okay. Otherwise, I'm going to kind of hang this one up. And actually, because there's only kind of touching in a few spots, I might be able to set that one down. Okay, I'm going to put this one away and try another one.